Welcome, everyone. I am Karen from Stampin' Up, and I am so excited to show you something brand new that is for sale, the 2026 Virtual Album Retreat. You might be asking, what in the world is a virtual album retreat? Well, I'm going to tell you. First of all, it is a live event on a private Facebook group, and it is also recorded, so you can watch it at your leisure later if you're not able to join us live. We'll be creating an album that includes 10 two-page layouts. The theme this year is Happiness is Here. Who wouldn't want to make that album, right? When you purchase your kit, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that, the album itself is not included, but the memory protectors are. And you're going to want to make a note of this. The dates for this year are April 29th, 30th, and May the 1st. The reason we chose those dates, you may or may not be aware that May is National Scrapbooking Month, and National Scrapbooking Day happens to be the very first Saturday in May. So we're doing the 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right before that Saturday. We'll be starting each day at 2 p.m. Mountain Time, and we'll go 7 to 8 hours per day. And we'll be making, I think, 10 divided by 3. 3.5 layouts each day. Actually, will be one day is 4, and the other 2 days are 3. The box, when you order your kit, it comes with an insert in that box that has a link to join the Facebook group. So when you receive your box in the mail, you're going to want to open it right away, pull out that little card, and you'll be able to join the Facebook group right away. And it's open and ready for you. So there will also be, about 2 weeks before the event, a video posted that helps you with any prep that needs to happen before. There's some paper to cut and a few things to do, and then that way you'll be prepared for the live event. All of your papers will be ready to go, and we will be step by step walking you through creating each of the layouts, all 10 of them. And then after the event, we will also be providing written instructions. So the live event is in English only, but there will be captions in other languages that are available following the event. And then there are, just as kind of a little important thing, a few other supplies needed that you'll need in addition to what come in your kit. And when you go to order those on your demonstrator's website, you will be able to see that list right down below. If you click on more, you'll be able to see the list of what you need. And I would be willing to bet you have a lot of what is there already. And if you are looking for the virtual album retreat on the Stampin' Up website or your demonstrator's website, just in the search box, type in Virtual Album Retreat 2026 and it will pop right up. You'll even be able to see each of the pages that we'll be making. There are photos of each of them, but I'm going to show you all of those today as well. One last little thing to note is that this is an event that is tailored towards seasoned scrapbookers, but the reason I say but is even if you are a brand new crafter, you could do this because we are start to finish walking you through with experienced teachers from here at Stampin' Up, step by step, everything to do to create each of the layouts. So now that I've given you all that information and your head might be swimming, how about we take a look at the album, and then once we do, I'll quickly go over a few important things that we covered at the beginning, because I know once you see it, you are going to want to know all those details that maybe didn't sink in the first time. So let's take a look at this gorgeous, gorgeous album. Okay, right here in front of me, you see a 2-page layout that's entitled Happy Days. It's important that you know this. Our album is designed to, like I said, have 10 2-page layouts, but this one was designed to be the opening page of the album and the closing page of the album. That said, depending on how you choose to use these layouts, you may want to choose to put it as back together like you see it here. And we purposely designed it so that it could be used either way. You're also going to find that as we go through these pages, many of them have really cool interactive elements. And I'm going to show you, just as an example on one of them, how those will be accessible while they're in your memory protectors. So this first layout has this cute little pocket and a journaling card that slides in there. And then this closing page of the album, or the second page of the layout, depending on how you choose to use them, has a flip flap. that opens and shows off a couple more photos. So now that you've seen that, you know that there are going to be some fun surprises throughout the album. And the nice thing about this album, well, there's lots of nice things about this album, but one of them is that you're going to notice that the titles that we chose and the color schemes that we chose are things that are going to work with for a myriad of different things in your album. So you might notice, for those of you who know who this is Sarah Douglas. She's our CEO here at Stampin' Up, and she's actually going to be one of the instructors at the event, and I know that's going to be really fun for many of you because it's so nice to get a little inside peek here at the people who are the leaders here at Stampin' Up and who have a lot to say about all the beautiful things you purchase from Stampin' Up. Okay, let's move on to our second layout. This one is very cool. It has lots of interactive elements. And as you can tell, the color scheme on this one leans a little bit more masculine. And so if you have, like me, I'm a mom of 1 daughter and 3 boys. And so it's always great when I find layouts that really lend themselves to the kind of photos I have of my boys. You'll notice on here, though, the photos that I chose were our family 4th of July get-together, but it would be great for sports photos or camping photos or any kind of photos that are outdoorsy or masculine as well. On this layout, you'll notice that this fun little tag pulls out and has a few small photos on it, and then so does this one. This one's for journaling. All right, and I saved the best part for last on this. Can you see these little tabs that say lift, lift, lift? It creates a waterfall here, and you're going to see all kinds of cool things happening inside this waterfall. Photos and cute decorative cards. So I'm just going to go right back through here. And this one's the one that I brought an example of how it's all going to work once you create your pages. You might be going, well, how am I possibly going to get to this interactive piece? And how am I going to be able to get to these? We will be, during the event, showing you how to alter these memory protectors so it works. So let me just show you. I'm going to put this in its memory protector. And in the meantime, you're going to see a little sneak of the one that's coming next. And you might notice that in this memory protector, there is a little opening that we'll be creating so that your pieces can still go right in where you want them to and be accessible but protected. So they're accessible through the outside of the memory protector, but are also, the only part that's not protected is this one little part right here that allows you to pull it out. And then if we do the same thing with the memory protector that this one goes into, again, we'll do the same thing. There's a little opening for that to slide through. But we've also cut a window for these. So this lifts, and then you're able to access this. So this is just one example. You're going to see, I think there are 6 layouts that have interactive pieces. They're part of those layouts. And I just wanted to show you an example of how all of that works with your memory protectors and how we will show you how to make that happen. That's part of the class. Okay, moving forward, here's another layout. And this one also has some interactive pieces. One of the things I love about flip-flaps, which isn't the only way we're doing interactive pieces, but you will be getting flip-flops in your kit, and they're used in many different ways throughout this album, is that you look here and you get to see lots of beautiful paper, and your eyes have some resting spaces around the photos, but at the same time, you're able to fit so many more photos onto your layout because of flip-flops without taking up all that space and all the beautiful features. Okay, moving on. What are you guys thinking so far? Are you loving it as much as I love it? Here's another gorgeous layout. And how fun is it that there are black and white photos that we chose to use on this layout? And you look here and you think, oh, that's nice, 5 photos. Watch. All of those guys open. Again, we'll alter our memory protector and give us 6 more photos. So 11 photos on one layout. We're also going to be learning tons of amazing techniques throughout this album that we'll be teaching you. Lots of colored pencil techniques. We're going to sneak peek not only some papers and some exclusive papers in this kit, but we're also going to be sneaking some brand new products that are coming out that will come in your kit. And I'm just going to leave that at that and let you figure that out as you receive your kit. Okay, our next layout. This one's not interactive, but has some really cool features. These are overlays. This crumb cake piece is an overlay that goes over the top, and underneath there is paper poking through. And then these little guys that you see that are scattered around were the pop-outs from that overlay. So we've maximized every little space we can. Something you see on these flowers is a product that we'll be sneaking and teaching you how to use in lots of ways throughout this album. Moving on to this layout. Gorgeous. We're going to be doing some ink blending and all kinds of fun things on Love This Life. These are the days. This one is especially fun. We're going to be doing some cool masking techniques and some stamping techniques. You might also be noticing some little white dots right there. That's kind of a fun surprise in your kit with a brand new sneak of a product. And all of these pockets have things inside them that pull out. This one's a fun one too because everything's numbered, and then you have a list where you can talk about each photo plus extra journaling space to give even more details. This next one is a really great take on the look of a quilt, and you're going to notice when you receive your kit, you get 2 exclusive stamp sets in your kit, one of which includes this really nice let me see if I can show you this a little closer. I'm hoping you might be able to see some of those stitches a little bit better. And those stitches were made specifically to fit perfectly on the pages that we've made, not just in style, but in size and shape, so it makes it easy to create that look. This one is another fun interactive layout. I love this one, Best Day Ever. And you can interpret that however you want. I love that Corey Hancock, I'm trying to remember her new title. She has a brand new title. She's over our growth division here at Stampin' Up, and she'll be teaching this page. And she's chosen a hiking page with her family, which I love. And here is another interactive one, and this one's a little different. It goes 2 ways. If you see, this says lift. So let's do that. We'll lift it open. You see some more journaling in here. Then this one says lift. It opens this way. And underneath there is a landscape photo of Corey and her husband. Obviously, you'll be putting your own photos on yours and choosing your own topics. Then lastly, we have this really fun layout where we'll be teaching tons of technique. And you might be noticing, again, that little white line. I showed you the white dots earlier. A few little white dots here and there. And then lots of cool stamping with the 2 stamp sets. So let's summarize a little bit of what I've just shared with you and let you know a few details that you need to know one more time. So number 1, you need to know that the album retreat happens April 29th, the 30th, and May the 1st. But you can watch it at your convenience at another time if live doesn't work for you. It starts at 2 p.m. Mountain Time. Also, you will want to know that you can begin purchasing, if it's already passed, on March the 18th. You will also want to know that there are some additional supplies you'll need, and that list is right on the website where you purchase your kit. And lastly, you want to know that you don't want to miss it. This is such a fun event. We had our very first one here at Stampin' Up! Last year, and it was amazing. So we want to make sure that you know that this is one you won't want to miss. If you joined last year, my guess is you'll want to be back. And if you didn't, you don't want to miss the fun this year. If you have any questions, check with your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and she can help you with any questions you might have. And we will look forward to seeing you at the virtual album retreat.